This, that, these, and those are the demonstrative pronouns. This and that, this and the, this and that is for the singular nouns, and these and those for the plural nouns, right? This and these are used for the things which are nearer to you. That and those are used for the things which are far away from you. Now note the use of demonstrative pronouns. This is my new car. This is my new car. Now, here, this is the subject of the verb is. I don't want this, I don't want that. Now, here, that is the object of the verb want. What I am going to tell you is this. Now, here, it is the complement of the verb is. We were sitting there about we were sitting there talking about this and that. Now here, talking about is a prepositional word, so here it is a prepositional object. So this is the different use of demonstrative pronoun. Now we use this and that for asking questions also. In what questions the demonstrative pronoun refer to thing. Now what wh word, as I told you, what is used for things, which is used for specific person or thing, who, whom, and whose is used for the person only. Okay, and see now, what is this and that, what are these and those. These we use for asking questions about things only. In who, wh questions, who is asked for refers to people. When we asked about questions about people, who is this, who is that. Okay, now here this and that refers to people. It will answer you in the noun only, but in the name of a people. Clear? So who is this, who is that. Now we want, if when we want to introduce people, we can use this. When we introduce somebody, we use this and that. This is Mr. Rakesh, this is Mr. John, like this. This is Mr. Gupta. We also use this for more than one person also. This is Mr. and Mrs. Gupta. When we introduce somebody, the demonstrative pronoun those refer to people if it is followed by defining the relative clause. Relative clause we discussed in the clauses. So we use those we use those as a demonstrative pronoun when it refers to the people, followed by the relative clause. Those who want a copy of this report must sign their names on this list. Those who want a copy of this report must sign their names on this list. So I hope it is clear. Demonstrative pronouns. Next, moving on to the next type, that is possessive pronouns. These are the pronouns which shows the ownership of something, that this thing belongs to you, this thing belongs to me, mine, ours, yours, theirs. These are the possessive pronoun. Hers, his, ours. Okay, so you already know the words mine, ours, yours, his, hers, and theirs. They are used as a possessive pronoun. Now we have to discuss the use of possessive pronoun in the following sentences, like this. This is my book, yours is there. Now here your is the subject. He sold his books, I gave mine to a local library. Now mine is the or direct object. Give these pens to your brother, they are his. Here it is the complement. Is that child one of yours? Here it is prepositional object. So possessive pronouns are written always without apostrophes. Ours, correct. Now here in the left hand side, yours sincerely, these ideas are ours, this action of ours. With apostrophe they are written, but we possessive pronouns, they are not written in an apostrophe. Simple: yours, ours, hers, and theirs. Okay, its is not a possessive pronoun, it is a possessive adjective. So its is a possessive adjective, it is not a possessive pronoun, and it is followed by a noun. Like the dog has hurt its paw. The dog has hurt its paw. So here its is the possessive adjective which is followed by the noun jaw here. It is not a possessive pronoun. Okay, so I hope possessive pronoun is clear to you. Now coming to the next type, interrogative pronoun. Interrogative means to ask question. So the words which we use for ask questions are the interrogative pronouns, and you know what are interrogative pronouns. WH words we use for interrogative pronouns. As I told you, what is used for a question, for asking questions about thing, who, whom, whose, we used for asking question about person, and which is also you, which and that is used for particular person or thing. Like who, whom, and whose are used for person. Who is standing outside, about whom are you speaking, whose are these shoes. Okay, which, as I told you, to ask question about person or things. What is also for things, the same. If you read the example, it will be more clear to you. Okay, now coming to the sixth point, interrogative pronouns, they are also used as a subject of the verb, object of the verb, or object of a preposition. Now what happened is, here the subject of the verb happened, right? What do you want? Now here, if you answer this, you want what, the normal order of the sentence will be you want what. Now here what is in the end, and it is the object of the verb want. Now what is this box for? If you again place it in its normal order, it will be this box is for what. Now here, for what is a what after the preposition, so here it is the object of the preposition. So these are the different ways of interrogative pronouns, use of interrogative pronouns as a subject, object, or object of a preposition. Subject, first one was the subject of the verb, second one was the object of the verb, and third was the object of the preposition. Okay, so next is, if who, what, or which is the subject of a sentence. If we are using who, what, and which as a subject of the sentence, we do not use auxiliary verbs like do, does, or did. Like who killed Cock Robin, what makes you laugh, who did you choose for the team, what did you say, which do you like best. Now, in the first three examples, who killed Cock Robin, what makes you laugh, which of you asked me for a pencil. Here, who, what, and which is the subject of a sentence, where you will, whatever you will answer, you will get the subject, right? But here, in the last three, you can see we discussed that if they are used as a subject, we'll not use the auxiliary verb, right? But in the last three examples, auxiliary verb do and did is used. Why? Now see the difference. Who did you choose for the team? Now here, who is the object, so the use of did is necessary. Who did you choose for the team? Who did you choose for the team? Here, who is the object. What did you say? Here, what is the object? You say what. Now, what is the object of the verb say? So here, use of auxiliary verb is required. Okay, you choose whom you choose for the team, whom you have choose, right? You will answer now like this. So the normal order, if you see the normal order, the in last three, who, what, and which, they are the object. Who, what, and which, they are the object of the verb. So use of auxiliary verb in last three sentences is necessary. Okay, so with this, I hope interrogative pronouns are clear to you. Coming to the last type, that is relative pronoun. Relative pronoun. Now see the words, you already know about relative pronoun, as we have discussed in the clauses also. Relative pronouns we use to relate the first part of the sentence to the second part of the sentence, right? Now the word who, whom, which, whose, what, that, which, of which, sorry, they are used as a relative pronoun. India is a country whose wealth comes mainly from agriculture and tourism. Now, in this sentence, two clauses are there. India is a country and its wealth come mainly from agriculture and tourism, and they are related by the they are related by the relative pronoun whose here. Okay, so the relative pronoun who and whom are is used for when we talk about the people, which is used which and that is used for the specific person or thing, right? See, who and whom, as I told you, we talk about person. The children who work hard always pass. Who refers to children. She is the woman whom I mentioned earlier. Whom refers to woman. Now, which, of which, what, they are used to talk about animals and things without life. Okay, which, what, and of which, they are used to talk about the things and animals without life. The horse which I bought last year has died. Now, which we can't say we use for the things without life, which is used for the specific person or animal or thing we are talking about. Okay, which and that is used for the specific thing. What is used for the things without life. Okay, so the horse which I bought last year has died. Now, which refers to horse here. The dictionary, the cover of which has come off, is available at cheaper price. The moment which is lost forever. Now, which here refers to moment. This is the pen which I lost yesterday. So here, which is used for the things, that is pen. Now, what he says is true. What means the thing which. Is it clear now? Now, the relative pronoun that can be used to talk about person, thing, and animal, that we used for the person, things, and animals. Now, a person, animals, and things. Okay, the man that stole the car has been arrested. Now, here that is used for a person. Okay, now that this is the dog that bit me. Now, here that is used for animal. I have lost the watch that you gave me. Now, that is used for a thing. So you have clear cut, the examples are in front of you. Next is relative pronoun who, which, that, and what. They can be used as a subject of a verb. Now, we are going to discuss the use of relative pronoun as a subject of a verb, object of a verb, or prepositional, object prepositional. Okay, now let's see how they are used. Now, the boy who stole your pen has been punished. Now, here, who is the subject of the verb stole. Okay, after the boy who stole your pen has been punished is the clause here, and who is the subject. It is used as a subject of a verb stole. The house which or that caught fire was luckily empty. Now, here, which or that is the subject of the verb caught. Okay, now see the example for whom, who, which, that, and what. We discussed as a subject of a verb. Now, add whom again, and who, which, that, and that, they are also used as object of a verb. Now, there is the man whom I saw at the party. Now, here, whom is the object of the verb saw. Here is the bike that I bought this morning, or which I bought this morning. Here also it is the object of the verb bought. I saw what was in the box. Now, here, what is the object of the verb saw. Here, what means the thing which. So, when the relative pronouns are used as an object of a verb, they can be omitted in the sentence. It is not necessary to write. Their meaning is clearly understood. Like, there is the man I saw at the party. Like, here is the bike I bought this morning. So, when we talk about people, we use relative pronoun whom, which is used for pointing out the person. this is the man to whom I referred, right? And if it is already often come after, usually come after the preposition, like this is the man to whom I referred, the people with whom she came have left. So to and with is the prepositional words here. Okay, so now here, however, you can see in the examples like here that the people who who or that she came with have left. The people she came with have now left. This is the man I referred to. Now here, if you omit who, that as a relative pronoun, the meaning is the preposition may be placed at the end of the clause using who or that instead of whom, or omitting the relative pronoun altogether. So these are the three examples we discussed right now regarding I'm talking right now. Okay. Now preposition is placed at the end or using who or that instead of whom, or omitting the relative pronoun altogether. So when we talk about things, we use which as an object if it comes after the preposition. The chair on which you are sitting is an antique. The hotel at which we stayed was both cheap and comfortable. So we use, when we talk about things, we use which if it comes after the preposition. Clear now? Now next, last part of your chapter is preposition may be placed at the end of the clause also, using which or that, or omitting the relative pronoun altogether. Same we discussed in the previous example here, that here I was telling you that preposition may be placed at the end using the relative pronoun, or may be omitted of the relative pronoun altogether, like the people who that she came with have left. Now here with is preposition and it is used at the end. Similarly, you can see here the chair that you are sitting on is an antique. Now here on is the preposition which is used at the end of the clause. Or the chair you are sitting on is an antique. The hotel that we stayed at was both cheap and comfortable. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you now. And what, as I told you, it can also be used as a complement of the verb. This is what I believe, this is what I want. Now here, what means this is the thing that I believe. This is what I believe is, this is the thing I believe. So here what is used as an complement of the verb. So with this, your chapter pronouns is completed, and I hope the rules for all the types of noun to be remembered is clear to you. So today we discussed about demonstrative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, emphasizing pronoun, a relative pronoun. So just go possessive pronoun, just go through it all the rules, and if anything is not clear, you are free to ask anytime. Okay, take care, have a nice day.